Welcome to this EU Green Week video series on the fashion industry impact on nature and biodiversity, where in just 4 videos we will share the life cycle of a piece of clothing and how each stage can be linked to biodiversity loss. We'll cover raw materials and manufacturing, packaging and transportation, retail and use, and disposal. Make sure to follow along. Today's video is on packaging and transportation. The fashion industry generates a lot of packaging waste, mainly plastic waste. A lot of that waste ends up in the ocean, affecting marine life. Globally, 100,000 whales, dolphins, porpoises, seals, and sea lions die each year by eating or being entangled in plastic. If left on the landfill, plastic takes decades to decompose, releasing harmful chemicals into the earth and air, damaging the local ecosystem. The fashion and textile supply chain today is characterized by being global. The transportation of finished fashion garments through the selected mode, such as maritime transport, rail, road, or air cargo, result in different levels of pollution. Transportation is also one of the biggest global warming causes so far. The burning of oil-based products, gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel used in transportation have a significant impact on global warming, affecting also on biodiversity loss. The European Commission estimates that almost 25% of Europe's greenhouse gas emissions come from transportation. Shipping is also one of the largest sources of local air pollution in areas which receive significant amounts of shipping traffic. The fashion industry is one of the largest segments of cargo shipping. Aside from greenhouse gas and air pollution, cargo shipping affects the important and necessary marine life. Shipping vessel strikes have affected the population sizes of threatened marine mammals. Invasive species coming accidentally through, for example, ballast water, or deliberately introduced can affect negatively local ecosystems and threaten native species. The journey of a t-shirt is long. After the quality check at the factory, the t-shirt will be ready to be packed for shipment. Most of the fashion garments are imported to Europe. On average, t-shirts travel around 40,000 kilometers before arriving at retailers. The transportation stage generates also waste through packaging, tags, hangers, and bags. In addition, some of the garments will never get sold and end up being thrown away. Transportation accounts for approximately 2% of climate change impacts for a life cycle of a t-shirt. However, the transportation and logistics of the global supply chain have always had an impact, which is not included in the price of the t-shirt. Due to the speed of the delivery of the garments, some fast fashion retailers are using air cargo shipments instead. Air cargo shipments have 40 to 50 times higher emission footprint than ocean shipping. To cut the emission of transportation, fashion brands should use ocean cargo or railway. Additional 30% reduction in emissions could be achieved if fashion brands would shift to ocean cargo that has adopted slow steaming practices. This practice goes 20% slower than normal speed, but will deliver dramatic change, reducing greenhouse gas emissions by 34%, black carbon by 20%, and other air pollution by 1/3. Fashion brands have also an opportunity to create market demand for zero-emission vessels. The technology for zero emissions has already begun to emerge, but more demand for major shipping customers is needed. Last year, major fashion and luxury brands made a commitment for G7 Fashion Pact, a series of commitments aligned with United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Climate change was one of the major focus, reducing the single-use plastic and usage of renewable energy across the entire supply chains were one of the commitments on the list. What we can do in order to reduce our footprint is to try to support our local community and buy locally produced clothes. Thank you for watching, and we'll be back with the next part on retail and use tomorrow.